Well, hello, and today is Wednesday and I'm heading off on a little trip to bag another one of Jack's Lost Lanes North. Quite an early start today because I'm heading right across County Durham to a place called Stanhope, and the ride I'm doing is discouragingly called the Roof of the North. About 48 miles and nearly a vertical mile of climbing on a 2-speed Brompton. Should be fun. First leg is to get the metro. Bus to concert. Bus number 2, heading to Warsaw. And then just a 5-minute wait for bus number 3 and start. Look at that, the sun's coming out. Should be a good day. Have Brompton, more travel. This is really kind of the point of these, taking the Brompton on these Lost Lanes rides, is that I can get to the start of them by public transport, and I'm less than, I guess, about half a mile into this route, and there's a guy on a tricycle. And already it's going to be a great day out. I'm really starting to enjoy this straight away. Right, upwards I guess. It wasn't all uphill though, and this part of the Weir Valley had lots of small farms and scenery to look at, so it was a really good start to the day. Peacocks. There's one there, one over by the house with his tail fanning, and one behind the house as well. Well, I've come along the bottom of the Weir Valley, and this is the first big climb we're about to do. I think it's going to be a big character building. I did a lot of this on the day. 2-speed Brompton was basically okay up to about a 6% gradient. At 8% it started to be a real struggle, and anything above 10%, well, forget it. Still though, it did give me a lot more time to look at the scenery. Just come up there, there's plenty more of this to do. It's 11 o'clock and I think it's time for coffee and a sticky bun. Can't go wrong with a sticky bun. Proudly sponsored by Greggs, if only. every bend in the road, every hill leads to another view like this. I'm going to have to start filming less and start pedalling more, because I'm just spending too much time gazing at this, thinking it's just unreal. It's fantastic. Those clouds going past. That's not a time lapse. It's quite blowy today. Coming to the top of the first big climb. Elevation just going to go through 600 metres. 5 kilometres long as well. And I've walked a fair proportion of that. Doing this on a 2-speed Brompton is most definitely underbiking it. I've my down gilet on, got colder as we were coming up, and I'm expecting a cold descent on the other side. And we're into the next valley. Once in Teesdale, the route climbs through Bowlees, low force, and then past the high force waterfall with its hotel. Jack describes this as, for his money, the most beautiful valley in the North Pennines, and it's really hard to disagree with that. Just at the top of the climb past High Force Falls, coming out Teesdale, I think. Another absolutely corker of a view. I feel a bit like Keith from the Great Pottery Throwdown, the world famous lachrymose potter. Every one of these views, every climb, every corner you come around, there's something that just makes you want to cry with the beauty of it. It's fantastic. I decided to stop for lunch just above Garrigill, grateful that Jack's route hadn't taken us down to the bottom of the valley. The climb up from the village at the bottom is really tough on even the best of bikes. Soup. Up. Just after lunch, walking up out of Garrigill. Gets a bit less steep up by the trees, so we'll get back on a ride there. Oh, I think my legs are going. It's also quite steep. Well, what goes up must go down. Well, climb out of Nenthead, heading towards Killhope Cross, but we're going to divert across to Allenheads instead. Stopped in Nenthead, stocked up on jellied sweets and flapjacks. Had a good little chat with Dave, who runs North Pennines cycles. He's been there now 12 years and a bit of a fixture for anyone who rides coast to coast. Good to see he's still thriving and doing well. They said it'd be fun. It is really just type 2 fun at the moment. And into Northumberland. This is 3rd county on this ride. I don't know what it would be. Well, good news and bad news. I've just checked the bus connections back out from Stanhope. It ain't good for the time I'm going to be getting there. I think it's 5 to 4 now. I think I'll get into Stanhope at about 5:15, past 5ish. I really don't want to go via Darlington, so that's the bad news. Good news is I quite like the ride from Stanhope over to Concert. It involves walking up Crawleyside, but yeah, you've got to take the rough with the smooth. So I'm going to ride from the end of this Lost Lane route over to Concert and then get the bus from there to Newcastle. Okay, another hill. Just outside of Allenheads, at the top of one hill, I crossed back again into County Durham. And then at the top of the next hill, I saw someone flying a model glider, which was quite a sight. I don't think I'd be brave enough to do that kind of thing. I'd be worried about losing it. From there, it was a short, fast ride down with the wind behind me to the site of the Grover Lake mine. Lead had been mined here from the 1600s through to the end of the 1800s, and then in the 20th century it had been opened again to mine fluorspar, a mineral used in steel production. The site had actually closed for mining just in 1999, so a little more than 20 years ago. Further down the valley is the site of the Rookhope lead smelter. The only thing that now remains is a single arch from what used to be a mile-long flue to allow the exhaust gases to cool so that lead could be recovered. Well, near the end of this one. It's been fabulous. Involved a lot of walking up hills. A lot of walking up hills. I've been using the hashtag on Twitter say, I'm under biking, and this 2-speed Brompton is definitely under spec for this kind of terrain. Hey, if it was easy, it wouldn't be fun, would it? So, I think down this last hill, which should take us into Stanhope. Can't see it yet, must be just round the corner in the valley. Bite to eat, and then it's going to be a case of heading up Crawleyside, which is a particularly unpleasant hill, to get to Parkhead Station at the top of the Waskerley Way, and I'll ride down there to Consett and pick up the bus to Newcastle. Bit of a grand day out, really. And that's us. Pretty much back where we started. Jack says to go up there. I'm not going up there, I'm going home now. The first time I've been on a bike ride where I've ended up with blisters on my feet from walking. Nearly at the top. Nearly. Parkhead Station. Passing the Terrace Novalis sculpture, I knew I'd arrived in Consett in time to be able to pick up a beer for the bus home. I hope you've enjoyed this trip as much as I have, and you'll join me next time I open Jack Thurston's Lost Lanes North and come along for another ride with me. Till then, bye bye.